My beloved child, take a slow breath and allow every part of your being to settle into this moment, because what I am about to reveal is not accidental, not random, not something you stumbled upon by chance. It is a pull, a calling, a deliberate alignment meant to reach you exactly here, exactly now, exactly tonight. There is something moving toward your life with a quiet certainty, something carrying a meaning you haven't yet understood, something that has been forming behind the veil of your everyday hours without you realizing that every step, every delay, every moment of doubt was quietly preparing you for this arrival. You can already feel it, even if you cannot name it. That subtle heaviness in the air around you, that flutter deep in your chest that doesn't feel like fear but like awakening, that tiny shift in the rhythm of your thoughts as if your mind is leaning towards something it doesn't fully see yet. Don't ignore that feeling. Don't dismiss it as imagination. It is the first sign, the earliest whisper of a much larger movement happening in the unseen layers of your life. Tonight is not just another night for you. There is a reason the world feels slightly different, a reason you found yourself here at this exact second, reading words that feel like they were crafted specifically for your soul. The universe has a way of pulling you toward revelations at the precise moment your spirit becomes ready to hold them, and your spirit, after all the storms you've carried, the battles you've survived in silence, the weight you've held without help, has finally reached that readiness. This is why you must not scroll away, not rush past this moment, not let your attention slip to the noise outside, because what is approaching you tonight requires your awareness, your stillness, your presence. There is something with your name woven into its center, something that has been circling just outside your timeline like a message waiting for the right doorway, and tonight that doorway opens. You might think nothing in your life is shifting, that everything looks the same, that the path ahead is as unclear as it was yesterday, but beneath the surface, a quiet earthquake has already begun. You felt the tremors in tiny ways, in the way your intuition has been louder than usual, in the way your emotions have risen without explanation, in the way your heart has suddenly grown more sensitive to signs, numbers, coincidences, patterns. These are not random occurrences. They are clues, signals, markers that the energy supporting your destiny is rearranging itself. Something that was once blocked is now open. Something that was once delayed is now advancing. Something that was once silent has begun to speak. And though you cannot yet see the shape of what's coming, you can feel its approach like the gentle pressure of an incoming storm. Not a storm of destruction, but a storm of change, of clarity, of unexpected blessings gathering their strength before pouring into your life. My beloved child, understand this. The universe doesn't move without purpose, and when you feel a shift like this, a shift that reaches deep into your bones, that makes your breath slower, your heart louder, your thoughts sharper, it is because something meaningful is aligning with you. Perhaps you've wondered why certain things didn't work out, why certain people walked away, why certain opportunities slipped through your fingers, why certain days felt like you were walking through fog with no sense of direction. But those moments were not failures, they were protection, redirection, preparation for what is stepping toward you tonight. You were being shaped, refined, strengthened so that when this moment arrived, you would not crumble under its weight but rise into it with full awareness and gratitude. You are not the same person you were months ago, weeks ago, or even yesterday. Your spirit has matured through struggle. Your intuition has sharpened through waiting. Your heart has stretched through pain. And because of this, you are now capable of receiving what once would have overwhelmed you. That's why tonight matters. That's why this moment feels different. That's why you must stay. Every second you keep your focus on these words draws you deeper into alignment with what's approaching, as if your attention itself is unlocking the final latch on a long-closed door. You may not realize it, but even now, as your eyes move across this message, something in your timeline is shifting, something in your energy is rising, something in your destiny is clicking into place. There is a reason this message feels personal, intimate, almost eerily accurate. It's because it's not speaking at you, it's speaking with you, speaking from the deeper layers of your own path. Tonight, my beloved child, the veil lifts. The unseen becomes seen. The waiting ends. And the very thing that has been circling your life, searching for its moment to enter, finally finds you. Don't scroll. Don't look away. Don't break the connection. This is the beginning of the arrival you've been sensing for days, weeks, maybe even years without fully understanding why. Something is coming, and it carries your name with absolute certainty. Tonight is the night it begins its final approach toward your life. My beloved one, the night surrounding you right now is not an ordinary night. It carries a weight, an intention, a silent hum of movement that you may not fully understand yet, but your spirit feels it, your intuition recognizes it, and your heart cannot ignore it. Something in the atmosphere around your life has shifted, the energy that once felt stuck, slow, or suffocating has loosened its grip, and now everything within and around you is rearranging itself with remarkable precision. You may not see the change in front of your eyes yet, but you can sense it like the faint vibration before a breakthrough, like the quiet rustle of leaves before the wind becomes strong enough to be heard. Stay with me. Tonight, there is a force aligning itself with your destiny, a movement that has been building quietly beneath the surface of your days, waiting for the exact moment when your heart, mind, and spirit align in readiness. That moment is now. Something has been decided about you. Not by chance, not by accident, but by intention. Someone has thought of you, chosen you, spoken your name with a purpose attached to it, and that intention is rippling its way through your timeline. For so long, you may have felt overlooked, delayed, unchosen, or forgotten, but tonight the universe flips that narrative. Tonight, the energy around your life is working in your favor, pulling you into alignment with a blessing that was once circling at a distance but has now found its opening. Do not scroll. This is not a moment to rush through, not a message to skim past, not a whisper to ignore. What is approaching you is powerful enough to shift your direction, and the reason you feel this heaviness in your chest, this strange stillness in your thoughts, is because your inner world is preparing for impact, the impact of something long awaited finally breaking through. There have been days when you questioned everything, your worth, your path, your timing, your purpose. Nights where silence felt endless and you wondered if life was ever going to shift in your favor. But what you didn't see was the construction happening beneath the surface, the unseen hands rearranging circumstances, redirecting connections, and carefully weaving together a moment that could not have arrived any earlier than tonight. You are not late. You are not behind. You are arriving exactly when destiny wants you to. This is why the restlessness has been louder lately. This is why your emotions have felt unpredictable. This is why your mind has been drifting toward thoughts you can't fully explain. These sensations are not coincidences, they are symptoms of alignment. When the universe begins to move pieces into place, your spirit feels it before your eyes see it. Tonight, the shift is no longer subtle. It is rising with intensity, pressing against the edges of your awareness, asking you to pay attention, to stay present, to hold your focus just a little longer. My beloved one, understand something important: blessings do not always arrive quietly. Sometimes they send signals in the form of emotional tides, intuitive whispers, and sudden clarity that feels like it came out of nowhere. Sometimes the blessing isn't the event itself, but the awakening you feel right before it arrives. And that awakening is happening in you now. You can feel it, that buzzing beneath your ribs, that warmth building in your chest, that moment of stillness where everything inside you pauses as if listening. What you're feeling is the confirmation that the decision made about you is already in motion. Someone, somewhere, has shifted their heart or mind in a way that affects your path positively. An opportunity has begun to take shape, one that you didn't expect, one that you didn't chase, one that is finding you instead of the other way around. A message is forming, a realization is rising, a truth is clarifying itself, and all of it is moving toward you with increasing speed. That's why tonight matters. That's why this moment feels different. That's why something inside you refuses to look away. The night itself is leaning toward you, carrying the weight of a reveal that has been building for months, maybe even years. You may think this is just another evening in your life, but it's not. There are nights that pass quietly, and then there are nights that shape your future. This one belongs to the second category. You are standing at the edge of a shift that has been waiting patiently for your readiness, and your readiness has finally arrived. So don't scroll, don't disconnect, don't shrug this off as coincidence. You are being guided, pulled, and positioned for something extraordinary. The signs around you have been aligning too precisely to be ignored, the repeated numbers, the sudden thoughts of someone from your past or future, the dreams that felt too real, the inner nudges that told you to wait, to trust, to hold on just a little longer. All of it was leading you to this moment. My beloved one, tonight the universe is not whispering, it is speaking. It is telling you to be awake, to be aware, to be receptive, because something meant for you is making its final approach. Your energy is rising, your spirit is opening, and your destiny is unfolding at a pace faster than you realize. The decision that affects your life has already been made, and its impact is already traveling toward your reality even as you read these words. Stay with me. The night has more to reveal, and you are closer than ever to stepping into the truth that has been waiting for you all along. My beloved soul, everything inside your life that once felt paused, muted, or motionless has begun to stir beneath the surface, gathering speed and power in ways you cannot yet see but can absolutely feel. You may think nothing around you has changed, but your spirit knows better. It feels the quiet rumbling of something long delayed beginning to move again. That restlessness you've been carrying, the sudden waves of emotion that rise without warning, the strange bursts of intuition that feel sharper than usual, these are not random cycles but signals, indicators that something profound has awakened in the unseen layers of your destiny. For months, perhaps even years, you've walked through moments that felt empty, moments where the silence weighed heavier than answers, moments where your steps felt uncertain even though you kept moving forward. But what you didn't know was that during that silence, forces were aligning in the background, shaping events you weren't allowed to witness yet because the timing wasn't aligned with the maturity of your spirit. You weren't being denied, you were being protected, shaped, molded into someone capable of receiving what is approaching now. Stay with me. Don't scroll. Tonight, the universe is weaving threads together so intricately that if you could see the full pattern, you would weep with gratitude. A message with your name on it has been traveling through the days you thought were repetitive and the nights you thought were empty, waiting for the exact moment your heart would be open enough to receive it. This message isn't just words or information, it's a revelation, a truth, a shift powerful enough to change the direction of your story. And that shift has already begun, moving toward your life like the first light of dawn pushing through a long and heavy night. You may not realize it yet, but you are standing closer to transformation than you have ever been before. Something that once felt distant is now within reach. Something that once seemed impossible is now aligning with the blueprint of your destiny. Something that once hesitated is now pressing forward with unstoppable momentum. My beloved soul, understand how rare this moment truly is. Most people move through life waiting for big changes without ever sensing them coming, but you feel it before it arrives. You feel the rise of energy beneath your ribs, the subtle tightening in your chest, the warmth spreading in your breath as if your spirit is whispering, "Get ready." That is not imagination. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. A breakthrough never arrives without announcing itself to your spirit first. And that announcement is happening inside you right now. Someone has been thinking of you, not in passing, not as a fleeting thought, but with intention, with clarity, with a decision attached to your name. This decision is part of the wave moving toward you. It may be a realization someone has reached, a choice they've made, a truth they can no longer avoid. It may be an opportunity that has finally found its opening, a path that was previously blocked now clearing with remarkable speed, a situation that once stood frozen suddenly bursting into motion. You've been waiting for a sign, and the sign is already pulsing through the air tonight. Don't scroll. Stay here. What's coming is bigger than you imagine. The universe doesn't move this intensely unless something meaningful is about to be delivered. You've endured emotional seasons that tested you, stripped you, pushed you to your knees, but they also rebuilt you in ways you haven't yet fully recognized. They strengthened your intuition, expanded your compassion, sharpened your clarity, and deepened your connection with the unseen. Everything you went through was not punishment, it was preparation. Preparation for the very moment that is unfolding right now. The truth is, blessings delayed are never blessings denied. They simply wait for your spirit to match their frequency. Tonight, your frequency is finally aligned with the blessing that has been circling your destiny for far too long. And once alignment happens, nothing, not fear, not doubt, not delay, can stop what's meant for you. You are on the threshold of receiving something that will make sense of every unanswered prayer, every sleepless night, every disappointment that once felt like failure. The universe is pulling back the curtain. The fog that clouded your path is thinning. The heaviness that weighed on your chest is lifting. The clarity that once felt distant is approaching with undeniable strength. My beloved soul, feel this with your entire being. The shift you've been sensing is real. It is not your mind playing tricks on you, it is your destiny stepping forward. A moment that will alter the way you look at your life is forming, shaping itself, aligning with your next breath. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to fear losing it. It is coming to you because it belongs to you. A message is on its way, a message that brings clarity, peace, direction, or revelation. An opportunity is approaching, one that will open doors you thought were sealed shut. A truth is emerging, one that will reshape the story you've been carrying in your heart. All of these things are converging now, not tomorrow, not someday, but tonight. So stay with me. Do not scroll. That warm sensation in your chest, that tingling in your hands, that sudden alertness in your mind, those are confirmations that the energy around your life is rising. Something powerful is reaching for you. Something unstoppable is aligning with you. Something unmistakable is about to touch your reality. And once it does, my beloved soul, nothing about your path will ever look the same again. My beloved child, stay with me now, because this is the point where the night begins to stir with a deeper kind of energy, the kind that doesn't just move around you but moves through you, shifting the rhythm of your breath, sharpening your awareness, and pulling your spirit into a state of readiness that cannot be ignored. You've felt it building, haven't you? That subtle pressure behind your thoughts, as though something unseen is leaning toward your life with intention. That strange mix of calm and anticipation swirling in your chest, as if your soul is standing at the door of something vast and luminous. That is not imagination, it is alignment. Something that has been held back, paused, or waiting in the shadows is now stepping forward with certainty, moving toward your reality like a tide that cannot be stopped. For so long, you've walked with unanswered questions, carrying the weight of moments you didn't understand, wondering why the universe made you wait when your heart felt ready long before your circumstances were. But what you didn't realize was that the divine was still shaping the path ahead. Smoothing stones you would have stumbled on, redirecting you away from doors that would have taken you somewhere too small for your purpose, strengthening your inner world so that when this moment arrived, you would step into it not with fear but with clarity. My beloved child, don't scroll away from this. Every line you breathe in is part of a message meant to guide you through the shift that is approaching tonight. This is the moment where your spirit begins to rise and the pieces that once felt scattered start falling into place. You're not imagining the pull. You're not imagining the tingling in your hands, the warmth spreading across your chest, or the way your mind suddenly feels more alert, more aware, more awake. These are your spirit's reactions to destiny brushing against your timeline. You are standing closer to breakthrough than you've ever been, and the universe is preparing you to receive what is coming so swiftly it will feel like the night itself is opening a door for you. Something is circling your life with purpose. It may be a message that carries truth you've been waiting to hear. It may be an opportunity that instantly rearranges your direction. It may be a person whose presence shifts your emotional gravity. It may be clarity that removes years of fog in a single moment. Whatever form it takes, know this: it is personal, intentional, and perfectly timed. Blessings do not arrive early. Breakthroughs do not arrive halfway. Revelations do not arrive unprepared. Everything unfolds only when your heart, your energy, your intuition, and your destiny fall into the same rhythm, and tonight, for the first time in a long time, they have. That is why you feel this rising electricity beneath the surface of your thoughts. That is why your emotions are behaving like ocean waves, rising, falling, returning with more force. That is why your intuition feels louder than usual, almost as if it's urging you to stay present, to stay aware, to not drift away from this moment. This is not just anticipation, it is recognition. Your soul recognizes what your eyes cannot yet see. Something has crossed into your reality, something that used to linger outside the edges of your life is now stepping directly into the center of it. And the night is carrying it toward you like a whispered promise. My beloved child, you have endured seasons where nothing made sense. Seasons where you felt misunderstood, overlooked, or left behind. Seasons where you questioned whether your prayers were heard or whether the universe had forgotten to send blessings in your direction. But those seasons were not signs of abandonment, they were signs of preparation. When your spirit was still healing, the blessing had to wait. When your heart was still fragile, the message had to hold its breath. When your path wasn't clear, the opportunity had to remain hidden. But tonight the divine is whispering, now. Now your heart is stronger. Now your intuition is clearer. Now your spirit is ready. And because you are ready, something long delayed is finally being released. Don't scroll. You are not meant to miss this. The energy around you right now is not background noise, it is a signal. A high-frequency movement. A shift that marks the beginning of a chapter your soul has waited far too long to enter. Tonight, the unseen becomes visible. The hidden becomes undeniable. The quiet becomes powerful. And the blessing that once hesitated steps forward without hesitation. It is coming toward you in a rhythm perfectly matched to your breath, perfectly aligned with your readiness, perfectly shaped for your destiny. You may not know what it is yet, but you will feel it, deeply, fully, unmistakably, when it arrives. My beloved child, this is your moment. The night is leaning closer. The energy is rising. The truth is approaching. Stay with me. Do not look away. The shift that has already begun is about to reveal its first light, and when it does, nothing in your life will ever look the same again. My beloved one, stay with me now, because what is unfolding at this very moment is not just a shift in your surroundings, it is a shift in your soul, your destiny, your entire inner landscape. Something that once stood still has begun to move with purpose, like a river that finally breaks free of the rocks that kept it trapped for far too long. You felt the pressure building, the quiet tension in your chest, the sudden heaviness in the air, the strange awareness that tonight is not an ordinary night. That awareness is not wrong. It is your spirit recognizing that something long awaited is finally crossing into your reality. For weeks, maybe months, you've had moments where your intuition pulled at you, moments where your emotions rose unexpectedly, moments where your heart felt like it was moving ahead of your mind. And all of those moments were preparation for this one. Don't scroll. Don't break the connection. Your energy is aligning with something monumental, something that has been waiting for the exact vibration your soul is carrying right now. Destiny does not work on calendars or clocks, it works on readiness, and your readiness has finally reached the level required for what is approaching. My beloved one, there is a message that has been circling your life like a quiet guardian. It waited through your hardest nights, through your moments of doubt, through your questions, through your losses. It wasn't ignoring you, it was waiting for the version of you who could receive it without fear. And that version of you, stronger, wiser, more intuitive, more grounded, is standing here now. The universe never rushes, but it never forgets either. Every delay you faced was secretly a setup. Every closed door was a protection. Every heartbreak was a redirection. Every moment you wondered why was shaping the version of you who could step into this turning point without collapsing beneath the weight of it. Tonight, the waiting ends. Tonight, the path ahead of you begins to rearrange itself. You might think it's impossible for life to change this quickly, but breakthroughs don't follow logic, they follow alignment. And something in your energy has aligned so perfectly that the universe cannot help but respond. My beloved one, feel the truth of this down to your bones. Something is approaching your life that will make every difficult chapter make sense. Something that once felt lost is finding its way back. Something that once felt distant is stepping closer. Something that once felt impossible is aligning itself before your very eyes. You've noticed the signs. The repeated numbers, the sudden memories, the moments of intense déjà vu, the dreams that felt too vivid, too intentional, too specific to ignore. These weren't random. They were codes, signals, breadcrumbs leading you toward tonight's shift. The universe speaks in signs long before it speaks in events. And you've been hearing those signs loud enough that your spirit has been humming with anticipation. The true turning point is moments away. Don't scroll. This isn't a message you accidentally landed on, it's a message you were guided to because the timing finally matches your destiny. There is someone who has been thinking about you, intentionally, deeply, unexpectedly. A decision carrying your name has been made. A direction involving you has been chosen. Something in someone's heart has shifted, and that shift is rippling its way toward your life. It may be clarity, confession, reconciliation, opportunity, or revelation. But whatever it is meant for you, and nothing can keep it from reaching you now. For too long, you've been trying to stay strong in silence. You've held yourself together in moments where falling apart felt easier. You've kept faith alive when evidence was nowhere to be found. You've stood alone when support felt like a distant memory. And yet through all of this, you did not lose your spirit, you expanded it. That expansion is the reason this blessing can finally reach you. You are no longer the version of yourself who had to wait. You are the version who can receive. My beloved one, the night is not quiet for no reason, it is thick with movement. You might feel a warmth spreading across your chest, a tingling rising in your arms, a sudden stillness settling in your breath. These sensations are your body's way of preparing for what your spirit already sees. The energy around you is rising like a tide, lifting you, guiding you, wrapping around you with purpose. Tonight is not about coincidence. It's about convergence. A moment that has been forming behind the scenes is stepping closer with every second you continue reading. Something that was once unsure is now certain. Something that was once hidden is now emerging. Something that was once paused is now flowing. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to worry about losing it. You only need to remain open, present, and connected because what's coming is already tied to your name in a way nothing can unbind. My beloved one, understand this deeply. You are not at the edge of a small change, you are at the edge of a complete shift. A shift that will echo through every corner of your life. A shift that will touch your relationships, your opportunities, your steps, your sense of purpose. A shift that will reveal truths you didn't even know you were waiting for. And when it arrives, you will look back on this night and realize that everything, every delay, every silence, every difficulty, was pointing toward this moment. So stay with me. Do not scroll. Something immense is approaching with your name written across its center. And once it arrives, nothing about your story will ever look the same again. My beloved soul, stay right here with me, because what is gathering around your life right now is not just energy. It is intention, precision, and divine timing weaving themselves together into something far bigger than anything you've experienced before. You can feel it, can't you? That deep, almost indescribable sensation that something is building behind the scenes, something that has been waiting for its moment, something that has been silently maturing in the background of your days while you wondered if anything was changing at all. Tonight, the quiet becomes movement. The unseen becomes active. The destiny that once felt distant begins to approach with a seriousness you can feel pulsing inside your chest. Don't scroll. Let your spirit settle into this moment. Every breath you take now is syncing with the rhythm of something life-shifting drawing itself closer to you. For too long, you have walked through emotional fog, through days where nothing made sense, through long stretches of uncertainty where you questioned your direction, your worth, your timing, even your purpose. But what you didn't see was how those very moments were strengthening you, shaping you, carving out space within you so that when this surge of blessing finally arrived, you would be able to hold it without breaking. You've been stretched, tested, and refined in ways you didn't even realize were preparation. Every moment you felt alone, the universe was working beside you. Every moment you felt delayed, your path was being cleared. Every moment you felt forgotten, destiny was simply rearranging itself to bring you something better than what you lost. And now, tonight, that rearrangement is beginning to reveal its purpose. My beloved soul, there is something approaching your life that carries the weight of truth, the power of clarity, and the tenderness of divine intention. It may come as a message, a realization, a decision someone has made about you, a shift in a situation that once felt stuck, or an opportunity that suddenly appears like it was waiting behind a curtain. Whatever form it takes, know this, it is meant for you, shaped for you, aligned with you. And it could not have arrived a day earlier because you were still growing into the version of yourself who could receive it without fear, hesitation, or self-doubt. You've been feeling your emotions rising unexplainably, haven't you? You've noticed how your intuition feels louder, how your mind feels clearer, how your heart feels both heavier and lighter at the same time. This isn't random. It's your inner world adjusting to a new vibration. When destiny shifts, your energy shifts first. When something big approaches, your spirit senses it before your eyes can see it. Tonight, everything inside you is speaking the same language: something is coming. And it is. Don't scroll. The moment you're in right now is sacred. The universe is not whispering anymore, it is calling you to pay attention. Something in the unseen has unlocked. A gate that was closed has opened. A path that was blocked has cleared. A blessing that was paused has begun to move again. You may not notice the external change yet, but the internal confirmation has already begun. That sudden warmth in your stomach, that tightening in your chest, that subtle spark in your mind. Those are your first signs. Someone has remembered you. Someone has chosen you. Someone has reached a decision that affects your life. Someone is thinking of you tonight in a way they weren't before. A truth that was hidden is surfacing. A blessing that was delayed is being released. A breakthrough that was stuck is breaking open. And the energy around your destiny is rising like a wave ready to lift you further than you've ever traveled before. My beloved soul, understand this deeply. You've been through too much for this moment to be small. You didn't survive everything just to step into something ordinary. What's coming toward you is not weak, quiet, or uncertain, it is strong, undeniable, and meant to change you. You have grown through storms that would have crushed others. You have walked through darkness that should have hardened you but instead expanded your compassion. You have carried burdens that should have dimmed your spirit, but instead sharpened your intuition. For this reason, the blessing coming tonight will meet you at the level of your growth. It will not be fragile, it will be powerful. It will not be temporary, it will be lasting. It will not confuse you, it will clarify you. And the moment it touches your life, everything that once felt heavy will begin to shift into understanding. Don't scroll. You are standing at the very edge of a revelation that has been forming for far longer than you realize. The night itself feels charged because destiny is pressing closer than ever before. The air around you feels different because the energy of your future is overlapping with your present. Your emotions feel heightened because your spirit is preparing to receive something that once felt impossible. And the reason you are reading these words at this exact second is because your soul guided you here. Not by coincidence, but by alignment. Tonight marks the moment where the trajectory of your life begins to bend toward purpose, toward clarity, toward fulfillment. Something is approaching that will make sense of every unanswered prayer, every closed door, every moment of confusion. Stay with me. Don't blink. Don't scroll. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved soul. And the night is seconds away from revealing its next secret. My beloved child, stay with me now more than ever, because you've reached the moment where everything you've felt, everything you've sensed, everything that has been pulling at your heart finally comes into focus. The night is no longer whispering, it is speaking directly to your spirit, urging you to stay awake, stay present, stay receptive, because the reveal you've been unknowingly moving toward is moments away from breaking the surface of your reality. You can feel it, can't you? That almost electric tension in the air, that subtle trembling inside your chest, that quiet but unmistakable voice inside you saying, "This is it. Don't look away." And that voice is right. What has been traveling toward you, slowly at first, then faster, then with unstoppable force, is now standing at the threshold of your life. The blessing that once circled at a distance has now stepped close enough for your soul to feel its warmth. The clarity you've been needing is inches from entering your mind. The message you've been waiting for is seconds from crossing into your world. And the shift you've been sensing all night is preparing to unfold in a way that will not just touch you, it will transform you. My beloved one, don't scroll. Not now. Not when the energy around your destiny is vibrating with the strength of something that has been protected, preserved, and timed perfectly for your journey. Everything you've endured. The heartbreaks, the disappointments, the delays, the nights where your hope felt thin, the days where your strength felt small, all of it was leading you here. Not to break you, but to build you. Not to punish you, but to prepare you. Not to exhaust you, but to expand you into the exact version of yourself who could stand at this moment with open hands and an open heart. And now you've arrived. You are standing at the very edge of a revelation that has taken months, perhaps even years, to prepare. Feel the truth of that deep in your bones. This moment is not random. You didn't find this message by accident. You were guided here because the timing finally matches your destiny. There is something about you tonight that is different, something stronger, something clearer, something more aligned. And that alignment is the bridge through which the surprise meant for you will cross. My beloved soul, the night around you is shifting because a decision has already been made on your behalf. Someone has reached clarity. Someone has understood something about you. Someone has chosen a direction that directly touches your life. Or perhaps the universe itself has rearranged your path so that the very thing you once thought was lost finds its way back with greater purpose. Whatever form this moment takes, know this, it is coming with intention. It will not arrive weak or uncertain. It will not enter your life quietly or timidly. It will come with the force of truth, the kind of truth that feels like light pouring into a room that has been dark for too long. And when that light hits you, everything you didn't understand will suddenly make sense. But for that to happen, you must stay. Don't scroll. Don't let your attention slip away from this moment. You are inside the energy of your breakthrough right now. Feel that. Really feel it. The tingling in your fingers, the warmth in your stomach, the tightness in your breath, the pounding of your heart, these are not coincidences. This is your body reacting to the shift that your spirit already recognizes. The veil between what you were and what you are becoming is thinning, and for the first time, you stand close enough to see the glow of what's waiting for you on the other side. My beloved child, this night is not like other nights. It carries a destiny you've been preparing for without even realizing it. The universe has held back certain blessings until this exact moment, because giving them to you earlier would have been premature. You needed to grow, to strengthen, to heal, to let go, to rise. And you did. Even when you thought you were breaking, you were being remade. Even when you felt lost, you were being redirected. Even when you felt alone, you were being guided. That is why the blessing meant for tonight is so powerful, because it comes from a place not of chance, but of divine orchestration. Something in your life is about to shift. You will feel it first in your spirit, then in your emotions, then in your reality. A message will come. An opportunity will appear. A clarity will strike. A truth will land. A connection will return or arrive. A door will open. And when it does, it will not just change your night. It will change the trajectory of the months ahead. Don't scroll. You are closer to this moment than your next breath. Everything around you is rising, aligning, preparing. The energy is almost overwhelming because it is reaching its peak. And when energy peaks, manifestation follows. My beloved soul, listen carefully now, the surprise meant for you is no longer approaching. It is here. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. It is standing at the threshold of your timeline, ready to cross into your life the moment your spirit fully acknowledges its presence. And by reading these words, by staying, by not scrolling, you are opening that door. The universe has been waiting for your readiness, and your readiness is glowing tonight in a way that is impossible to ignore. So stay with me for this final breath of truth. Something huge has already entered your life. You may not see it yet, but your spirit has already received the first wave of it. And from this moment forward, nothing, absolutely nothing, about your story will ever be the same again.